I think there's actually a schism here. I think the right has actually fed their base and pressed messages that have emphasized the importance of the judiciary since the 60s. And it's really the progressives that need to wake up and realize how important this entire branch of government is.
Obama at this point still hasn't appointed 119 federal positions. 119, last time I checked.
I mean, to me, it's a coup d'etat by filibuster. This is unprecedented, not just judges, but legislation. Our entire legislative system has been shut down by the minority. So back to the judicial question, in the 70s, corporations like AT&T, Philip Morris got together and funded the Federalist Society, which was founded actually in part by Scalia.
Right.
So they've been systematically working at priming the pump with right-wing lawyers and judges for a very long time now, and there's a lot of catch-up that needs to be done.
Lee, if you look at any fascist ground type of organization, they always begin with the judiciary. I don't care whether you see them in South America, Africa, Europe. You always pack the courts. And that's what they've understood, and that's what they've done they've packed in people like Alito with no talent. I mean, and look, you look at Thomas, you look at Alito, you look at Scalia. These people aren't brilliant. I mean, there is no interesting aspect to their legal career that should say they should even be qualified to be Supreme Court judges. But they're good political hacks. You see, they're boys. They are, go do this for me, Sam. Go do this for me, Clarence, and they go do it. And so that's why this has worked out so well for the right, as the left has sat there trying to pontificate what the hell's happening.
Speaking of hacks, this actually hasn't been reported yet, and I plan to put this in my next piece. But I actually observed in early 2009, I got into a heritage fundraiser. It was headlined by Rush Limbaugh, and he was, this was the height of the recession, and he was just tossing out jokes, mocking the unemployed, doing, his regular, really condescending comedy bit. And right there in the front row was Senator Jim DeMint, sandwiched in between Justice Thomas and Thomas Gilder, one of the top Wall Street funders of much of the conservative right. So, just to see the sight of Rush Limbaugh entertaining a Supreme Court justice with a far-right senator and a banker was almost too much for me.
Yeah, it is the new America, unfortunately. Lee Fang, you're a great writer. You're a great investigative writer. I hope people follow you with Think Progress. This is good work. Thanks for joining me, okay?
Thank you so much, and thanks for covering this issue.
Lee Fang is a researcher and blogger for the Progressive Report and thinkprogress.org. Coming up on Ring of Fire, investigative journalist Rick Outzen. He's going to tell us how Congress failed to authorize the funds that would have helped prevent the BP oil spill disaster that has poisoned the Gulf of Mexico. That's just ahead. Stay with us. Mike Papantonio, Bobby Kennedy, and David Bender right here on Ring of Fire.
The dog days are over. The dog days are done. The horses are coming, so you better run. Run back for your mother, run back for your father, run for your children, for your sisters and brothers. Leave all your love and your love.
Most people don't know what mesothelioma is until they find themselves or a loved one fighting the deadly cancer caused by asbestos exposure. We at Levin Papantonio Law Firm represent the victims of asbestos exposure around the country, and we understand the difficulties that families face when they learn about mesothelioma. Please contact us for a free consultation at 888-435-7001 or visit us at www.levinlaw.com.
The Cochran Firm is a national law firm with regional offices in 16 states and the District of Columbia. Our network of attorneys has diverse cultural backgrounds and experience in numerous areas of civil plaintiff law. Call us at 800-THE-FIRM. As a tribute to the legacy of our founding partner, Johnny L. Cochran, Jr., our attorneys are dedicated to the uncompromising representation of their clients. As a result of this commitment, the Cochran Firm has an established reputation as one of the premier trial advocacy firms in the U.S. With every case, the attorneys at the Cochran Firm assemble an